In this video, I will show you how to solve systems of equations that have 3 equations and 3 variables. And we will use the back substitution method. So what you want to do is you want to first pick an equation that has only one variable. So I am going to pick the third one. Negative 2z equal to negative 6. So to solve this, all I need to do is divide by negative 2 on both sides. Negative 6 divided by negative 2, we get positive 3. So z equal to positive 3. So we know the first part of our solution already. Z is equal to positive 3. And now I will find another equation that already uses z and only has one other variable. Let's use the second equation. So we have 4y. Now I'm writing down y because I don't know what y is right now. Minus 5z. But I do know what z is already. So instead of writing z, I'm going to write parentheses 3. And then keep copying. Equal to 5. And then we will solve. Negative 5 times positive 3 is going to be a negative 15. Copy down the 4y. Copy down the 5. We need to move the negative 15 to the other side, so this becomes a positive 15. 5 plus 15 is 20. Copy down the 4y. Then divide both sides by 4. So we get y is equal to 5. And that is the second part of our solution. Y is 5. And now finally, we just need to use the first equation to solve for x. That is the only thing that's missing. So I'm going to copy it down. 7x. I don't know what x is, so I will write down x plus 3y. But we do know what y is. Y is 5 from what we just found. 3 times 5 minus 2z. We also know what z is. Z is 3. So follow the color coding so you can know where all the numbers came from. This is equal to 2. Okay, so positive 3 times positive 5 is going to be positive 15. Negative 2 times positive 3 is going to be negative 6. And we bring down the 7x and bring down the equals 2. We have like terms that we can combine here. 15 minus 6 is going to be positive 9. So we have 7x plus 9 equal to 2. Let's move the 9 to the other side, so that becomes a negative 9. 2 minus 9 is negative 7. So we have 7x equal to negative 7. And I'm going to scoot this down so we can have some more room. And then dividing both sides by 7, negative 7 divided by 7, we have x is equal to negative 1. And that is the x coordinate of our solution. So our answer is going to be negative 1 for x, 5 for y, and 3 for z. In this example, we want to find the x, the y, and the z. We'll write the solution here. So looking at this, we already given one of them. We have z is equal to negative 1. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in right here. And now let's find one equation that has one of the other variables and z. So let's use the second one. So the second one, I'm going to copy it down. 2y. I don't know what y is, so I'll write y plus 5z. I do know what z is going to be, so I'm not going to write that down. So in place of z, we'll write negative 1 equal to negative 1. 5 times negative 1 is going to be negative 5. Copy down the 2y. Copy down the equal to negative 1. So this negative 5 needs to move to the other side, becomes a positive 5. So we have 2y equal negative 1 plus 5 is going to be positive 4. and then divide both sides by 2, we get y is equal to 2. That's one part of our solution, and now all we need to do is find the x. So I'm going to use this equation. I'm going to copy it down for x. I don't know what x is, so I will just write an x plus 2y. We do know what y is. Y is 2. Run over here. So 2 times 2. Keep copying. Minus 4. Z. We also know what z is, which is -1. Equal to 0. Positive 2 times positive 2 is going to be positive 4. Negative 4 times -1 is going to be another positive 4. Everything else, copy. Combining the like terms, we have 4 plus 4, which is going to be a positive 8. Everything else, copy, copy. So now to solve this, we need to move the plus 8 to the other side. It becomes a minus 8. 4x equal 0 minus 8 is -8. Divide by 4 on both sides. We get x equal -8 divided by 4 is -2. So that's our solution. -2, 2, and -1. For this example, we want to find the x, y, and z coordinates. But instead of the third equation, we need to start with the second equation because the second equation has only one variable. So the second equation, we have -3, y equal to -6. So we need to divide both sides by -3. Y equal to positive 2. So positive 2 is our first answer. And be careful, I am putting that in the y because that is the variable that's equal to 2. So now we want to find another equation that already has y but only has one other variable, and that will be the third equation right here. So over here we have 2y, so 2 times y. I'm not going to write down y because we already know that y is equal to 2 from what we did earlier, so 2 times 2. And keep on copying, plus 4z. I don't know what z is, so I'm going to write a z equal to 16. So multiplying this, 2 times 2, we have 4. 4 plus 4z equal to 16. We need to move the 4 to the other side, so that becomes a -4. 16 minus 4 is going to be a 12. 4z equal to 12. Then we divide both sides by 4, and we get z is equal to 3. We're going to put that here. And now, all we need to do is use the first equation to find x. I'm going to copy this down. -3x. I'm going to write -3x because I don't know what x is. Minus 4y. We do know what y is. Y is equal to 2, so -4 times 2. Then keep copying. Minus 2z. Z is equal to 3. Equal to -14. So I just copied the first equation and plugged in the values for y and z. Okay, now to multiply, -4 times 2 is going to be -8. -2 times 3 is going to be -6. Everything else can copy. And we see that the like terms are -8 minus 6, which is going to be a -14. Everything else just copy. -3x equal to -14. So let's move the negative 14 to the other side. That would become a positive 14. Negative 14 plus 14 is 0. So we have negative 3x equal to 0 divided by negative 3 on both sides. We have x equal to 0. And now we have our solution. 0 for x, 2 for y, and 3 for z.